Anyways, Radhe Radhe guys, I am live though, but still let me just check whether I'm live or not. So I'll just put this up over here. Okay, it shows that I'm having an excellent connection, Okay, so is it true that I'm having an excellent connection? Okay, so it shows that I'm live. शायद कुछ प्रॉब्लम हो गया स्ट्रीम करने में. अरे ना, हाँ वही प्रॉब्लम हो रहा था. अब देखो थोड़ा ये हो रहा है, लैग हो रहा है, ठीक है. तो दिस इज द रीजन व्हाई आई वाज नॉट कमिंग लाइव. And it takes a lot of time to set up everything, na? So that's also reason. Okay. So guys, just please confirm me whether I am perfectly visible and not, visible and audible and not. Okay. Chat, please confirm me whether I'm audible and visible. Chat, please confirm me whether I'm audible. Okay. So let me do one thing. I'll just quickly share the link on Discord and then start with my video. Okay. Achha, I just discovered this new feature called insert ad. I don't know whether the ad starts playing or not. So I'll just experiment with it because there are not much viewers right now. So before you guys come, so I'll just experiment with it. Okay. And if you guys, anyone is over here, just write a hi. So I'll just start off with the video directly. Bro, given 43 contests, hardly able to solve 2 questions yesterday. 2 today, only 1. Today you couldn't solve the second question. What was the second question though? Sorry. Count. Okay, I get it. It's normal. Okay, it's normal. It may happen to you, so it's normal. Don't stress much about it. Achha, this page didn't get edit. I mean, refreshed. Okay, so I haven't refreshed this page. So should I start with it? Should I start with the video? Because I feel that everyone is over here, right? Yeah. Let's go with the first question. Okay. The first question. Oh, okay. Sorry. So first question. Find the kth character. Yes. Anyways, if you haven't subscribed my channel, please do subscribe my channel. Okay, and like this video. Okay. Find the kth character in string game 1. Okay, so this is the part 1 of the problem. There is also a part 2. So I'll just explain you the part 1. That is a very easy concept. Okay, that is the brute force concept for this. So Alice and Bob are playing a game. Initially Alice has word A. You're given positive integer k. Okay, now Bob will ask Alice to perform the following operation forever. Generate a new string by changing each character in word to its next character in the English alphabet and append it to the original word. So what does it mean? That let's say initially my word was A. After that, what do I get after moving it once? It's B, right? Then we concatenate both of them. So it is AB. Now what we get after moving one word, for A we get B and for B we get C. Then we concatenate both of them together. That is A, B, B, C. And we go on doing this. Okay, we go on doing this. And after that, after doing a few number of times, if we find that at any position we are having like at least k elements in the whole string, so we can directly return the kth element, right? So that is what I have done also. If you look, so s is equal to a initially, and while s dot length is lesser than k, so I have to perform the operation. So whatever I do is I am copying the string into another string called t, and then I am just incrementing s by 1, and then I'm concatenating t and s. Okay, and then finally I'm just outputting s of k minus 1. So is this part clear? I mean, is this question completely clear? Then I'll move on to this question. Okay, the second question. If it's clear, just you don't have to do anything, just write it in the live chat. B. Okay, so I move on to B in the second question. Okay, B. Okay, B is basically count of substring. B is basically count of substring containing every vowel and K consonants 1. Okay, so this is also the part 1, and the part 2 is this. Okay, the C question. Okay, so you're given a string word a, and a non-negative integer K. Return the total number of substrings of word that contain vowels, that contain every vowel and at least that every vowel at least once, and exactly K consonants. So this is also very simple because this. So first, let me tell you why this is simple. This is simple because it was given that the length of word is 250, right? So if the length of word is 250, and we are going to check for all the sub strings, so we can do it using the brute force in big O n squared, right? Big O n squared is a valid thing. Now, if we can do it in big O n squared, it means that we can check for every possible substrings, right? Now, how to do it in big O n squared? It is very simple. You are going to fix the starting point. Okay, you're going to fix the starting point as I, and I will range from 0 to n minus 1. Okay, and then you start from I till n minus 1, and while you are traversing, if for any element, if for any string, substring from I to that j, you find that it is a valid substring, then you're just incrementing 1 to the answer. Okay, so let's say the answer is initially 0, so you would be incrementing 1 to the answer. So it will be better if we take an example out of this. Okay, so this is a very big example. I'll take this only because it will be better for you to understand also if I take this example. Now see, let's say first I is ranging from, we know I is ranging from 0 to n minus 1, that is throughout the whole thing. Okay, so when I is equal to 0, okay, when I is equal to 0, so j will be over here, then over here, then over here, then over here, then over here. Now see one thing, if we are going to store the count of every vowel, that is we are going to store the count of A, the count of E, the count of I, the count of O, and the count of U, and we are also going to store the count of all the count of the consonants also. Okay, now for everything, now we are going to check whether the count of all the vowels are greater than 0 and the count of consonant is equal to k. In that case, it's a valid thing. Okay, so what was the value of k over here? The k was 1, right? So till now we have found all the vowels, and over here we find one what do you say, one consonant, right? We find one consonant. Now we are going to check for others also, but since for all of them we can say one thing, that there, like obviously if there is a consonant over here, so that means the number of consonant has increased, so it won't be a valid thing, right? So we don't need to check them. Now let's say we are going to have some other thing. Okay, let's say we are going to check for E, A, that is now I is 1. Okay, hello. Now I is equal to 1, right? So we are going to check like E, A, O, U, Q, Q, I, but over here there are 2, right? So we can't do that. Now since we can't do that, it is very much evident that we have to go on traversing till we reach over here, that is till Q, then Q, I, E, ये कुछ नहीं है, just yeah, exactly, this is nested loop, but the last part, this is like not nested loop. Okay, I, E, okay, not the last one, I think this one, no? This is not nested loop, and this code is very huge. Okay, this code is very huge. But I'll just explain you. Once I explain you, it will be like you will you will get it so easily that you can even code it without me telling you. Okay. So then we just go on checking it, and for every, like, if we get it once, then we are just happy with it. Okay. So you can look at the code directly. N is equal to what dot length, answer equal to 0, and then for I'm taking, this is the frequency of vowel 1, the frequency of vowel 2, that is the frequency of all the 5 vowels and the consonant. Okay. And for every word I'm going to check whether it is a vowel 1, that is A, E, I, O, U, or nothing, that means it's a consonant. Okay. And if all of them are present, if all the vowels are present and C is equal to K, then answer plus plus. Right? Is it clear with you guys? If it's clear with you guys, the thing is very simple. Just write in the live chat D. I mean not D, not D, sorry. Just write in the live chat C, so that I'll move on to C. Okay. Okay. Let's move on to C. Yeah. You are given a string word. Just a minute. Okay. Just a minute. Okay, so currently I think 8 people are watching this. It will be really helpful if you guys can subscribe my channel and like my video. Okay. Okay. So let's go into the video. So count of substring containing every vowel and K consonants too. So in case you are watching this pre-recorded version, so I'll just tell you that go on and check the B question. Okay, that is this one, because I have discussed the question and the brute force approach over there. Now I'm going to discuss the optimized approach, more optimized approach. Okay, so what will be the more optimized approach? Now see one thing. When I was explaining you this, you knew one thing, that if I can fix, if I can fix the last position, okay, if I can fix the last position instead of fixing the first position, if I fix the last position of the thing, so what will be the difference for the last position? Instead of having this as j equal to I to n minus 1, j will be, yeah, sliding window will also do. Okay, sliding window also makes sense for this. So we have to go from 0 to I. Okay, that is, we are fixing the last position. Now why do we do it? Because whenever we are fixing the last position, so we can find out that what is the last position from the front. Okay, that is going to satisfy it. What do I mean by that? Let's say I am fixing the last position to U. So is there any valid thing that is over here? No, there is nothing valid over here, right? But if I am fixing this to Q, so what is the valid over here? The valid is I, right? If you start from I and go till Q, then it's a valid thing. Now let's say if there were some other elements over here also, E, A, F, F, E, A, before this. Now in that case, what would have been the valid? This will be a valid thing, till A will also be a valid thing, and till E will also be a valid thing, right? So what does that mean basically? It basically means that if I can find out the first position for which it is valid, I mean the last position for which it is valid, because for E it is valid, right? For E it is valid, but I have to find out till how much can I extend it so that it is valid. Because if you check for E, this E is not valid, but this I is valid, so you can extend it till I only. Okay, so for I it is valid, right? For I it is valid. So from that, from the previous elements, you have to check out how many vowels are there. Because if there are vowels before that, then we can include that in the substring, right? Because vowels are not going to hamper my condition. My condition was that consonant, the number of consonants should be k. So if the number of consonant is k, and if I am adding more vowels, it's not going to hamper it, right? So I can add only vowels after that. So what you have to do is you have to check how many vowels are consecutively before that. So based on that you can do the calculation. Now how can we do that in a more optimal manner? Because this is the brute force. Whatever I am explaining till now, it is a brute force. But this approach, you have to optimize it. That is, you have to cancel out this j. You have to cancel out this j. How can you cancel out this j? Now if you want to cancel out this j, basically you have to think it this way. Okay, people who are watching this, uh, please do subscribe my channel and like my video. Okay, sorry for the interruption though. So if we want to like cancel out this, so we know one thing, that we can find out the count of consonants for all of them, for all the elements, and store it in an array, right? So let's say I am going to count the number of prefix consonants. So how many consonants over here? It is 1. Over here is it 2? No, because from here to here there are only one consonant. And how can we do it? It is somewhat like dp. Okay, dp of I is equal to dp of I minus 1, and you add 1 to it if it's a consonant. Okay, so this is also 1. This is also 1 because we haven't encountered any consonant till now. So this is also 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay, and over here now it becomes 2. Clear? Now let's say whenever we are having, like, we need to have at least 5 elements. I mean, yeah, we need to have at least 5 elements because all the 5 vowels should be there. So we don't need to start from the beginning. Okay, so in spite of starting I from 0, we can start from the 4th position, right? We can start from the 4th position because it is 0 based indexing. So basically the first 5 means from 4th position. Now when you're starting from the 4th position, you can notice one thing, that this thing, it is very much sorted, right? Yeah, so this thing is sorted, right? This thing is sorted because if you go on checking for this, so this will be 3, then a 1, I mean not 1, then a 3 again, 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 and then a 4, and then a 5, right? So this thing is sorted. So if you want to find anything from this array, what is the optimal approach? You can use binary search. So in spite of using linear search, we are now going to shift to binary search because the constants were 2 into 10 to the power 5, which means that the complexity can be big O n log n. Okay, the complexity can be, let me write it, it can be big O n log n. Is this part clear till now? Just tell me if this part is clear till now or not. So this part is clear. Let's move on. Okay, let's move on to the next part. Now see, if we are at 2, so what do we need to find? Because k is equal to 1, right? K is equal to 1. So since k is equal to 1, so we have to find out 2 minus 1, that is 1. The last position of 1. So what is the last position of 1? The last position of 1 is over here, right? Now there is something different. Okay, that is, this is not a valid thing. You may say that this is not a valid thing, but this is a valid thing, right? This thing is a valid thing. This shit is a valid thing. So how are we going to move from here to here? Now, as I told you guys, that if we are adding some vowels before a number, I mean before a specific thing, okay, so it is not going to hamper anything because we are just focusing on the consonants. Now we have to check, we have to go on, like till over here. We can also have, like the similar way we had for consonants, we can also have a prefix thing for vowels, for all the vowels. And using that we can check, we can go on shifting till this thing, this thing contains all the vowels. So what does, how can I say that this thing contains all the vowels? If the count of vowels, hello. So if the count of vowels till over here and the count of vowels till over here, if we subtract them, then we can find out what are the vowels over here, right? Now one thing that is, we are not counting the whole vowels consecutively. We are going to focus on the fact that we have to count each vowel, okay, because every vowel is necessary. Is this part clear? Is this part clear? Quickly tell me. People new to this channel, it's my request, please do subscribe my channel, okay, and like this video. Is this part clear? Tell me. So if you guys don't, yeah, okay, yes sir. Okay, 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 okay. Okay, dokie. Now since we can find out, using this we can find out what is the first condition. I mean, what is a valid thing, right? After we have found out the valid thing, now what we do, we again traverse. Yeah, but how did you think about binary search? It is like this kind of problems have been, I have faced this kind of problems. Okay, I think I have faced this kind of problems in code forces. Right. So that's the thing. Like your instinct hits you. That's it. Nothing more than that. Now, if you look over here, I haven't seen the editorial though, so I don't know whether binary search must be there in the editorial. So if the binary search is not there in the editorial, then I'll just post a discuss of my own, post a solution of my own. Okay, because I feel that this is a very good approach. Now what we do? Now we are going to again. Now let me just change the color. Now we are going to again go for it. Okay. How many times do we go for it? Till we encounter that it is a vowel. Because only vowels are not going to affect it. Right. Now we are going to go for it until it is all our all of them are vowels. Okay. And once we have it, so based on that, what we can do, we can directly say that you can start from these parts and end at this part. So basically this is constant, this is going to be 1. So you have to like find the number of vowels before that, number of consecutive vowels before that, plus 1, right? But don't you think that if we are going to traverse this, okay, what if the whole array, I mean, what if the full string was only vowels? So in that case, for every specific I have to traverse till the end, right? So it is not going to do me any good, right? It is going to make the code back to big O n squared, right? Do you get it? Why it is big O n squared? Do you guys get it? Why it is big O n squared? If we like even a, yeah, so it is big O n squared, right? Now we have to think of another approach so that this big O n squared is also this thing is also controlled. So using that approach, we have to cancel out this blue thing. This blue traversal we have to cancel out. How can we cancel the blue traversal? So in spite of traversing, if we can pre-compute how many consecutive vowels are there, how can we pre-compute? Let's say m is equal to 0. Okay. Now I am using the same array. Okay. F E A I G I. Okay. So what will the value of consecutive? It will be 0 over here. It will be 1 over here. It is 2 over here. It is 3 over here. Then again 0 over here. And then 1 over here. Right. Because this is a pattern, right? So do you get any pattern from here? The pattern is very simple. That is, if it is a consonant, it's a 0. If it's a vowel, then it is the previous element plus 1. Right? So we can pre-compute this also. So what are the three things we are pre-computing? So let me tell you the three things we are pre-computing. Number one is the consonant. Okay, pre of consonant, precons, precon. That is the prefix of consonants. How many consonants are there from 0 to I? We are going to consider. Okay, that is so let me write it as consonant only. Consonant from 0 till I. Okay, what is the second thing that we are going to consider? The second thing was the vowels, the pre of vowels. Okay, pre of vowels. So what does it mean? It is going to be of vowel. We have to consider from for all the vowels from 0 till 5. Sorry, not 5. 0 till 4. What do I mean by 0 to 4? That is A, E, I, O, U. Okay. And over here it will be from 0 to I. So this thing is a two-dimensional array. This is a two-dimensional array. The second one. Okay. And what is the third thing? The consecutive vowels. Consecutive vowels. So let's say I'm going to name it CV. And CV will be from 0 to I. Right. So from 0 to I, like it's not about 0 to I, okay. It is more about I. That is from ith position, how many consecutive vowels were there. So till over here, these three things and till whatever I have explained, is it clear with you guys? Just tell me. Guys, I want a response from everyone, okay. I mean, not everyone, at least two people. Then I'll just continue. Explain the two-dimensional array again. The two-dimensional array is like simply this only, okay. So see, it is simply this only. If you remove this, then you get it, right? From 0 to I, you get this. Now, in spite of having an array separately for A, E, I, O, U, I am having it in one array only. So how am I doing it? I am just taking from 0 to 4. Okay. Or it will be better if you, I think it will be better if I tell you like this. Okay. I think it will be better if I show it like this. That from 0 to I, and this will be from 0 to 4. I think now it is clear, right? So this thing is for all the vowels. That is from A to A, E, I, O, U. Okay. Now is it clear, Aditya? Just explain one more time if you don't mind because it is confusing. Um, I don't know from where should I explain. So just tell me, okay, from where should I explain? So just write it in the code. That is, if you want me to explain from this green part, write it in the code green. If you want me to explain from red, write red. From black, from black. So just write the color, okay? Because like you can see that I have used different kind of colors. You want me to explain from red, okay? Okay. So see, what basically is over here, we are first considering the first element, which is valid for the consonant, okay? Because we know that if we are going to check for the validity of all the whether all the so we are going to first of all ignore this, that all vowels occur at least once. We are going to consider only exactly k consonant, this thing, okay? We are going to consider only exactly k consonant thing. Now based on that, we can find the first position for which it is valid. That is, if let's say, why is it valid for this? It is valid for this and this, because if we are ending over here, so what is the last element from the beginning for which the value is 2 minus k? And what was k? K was 1, right? Because if you are going to consider this string, this substring uq, so how many consonants are over there? There are two consonants, right? But remember one thing, whenever we are going for like this, okay, we are going to consider this, we are actually considering till before of that, right? So that means that if this is a valid thing, obviously this is a valid thing, so any element before of that, I mean the element just before of that, is a valid substring. So this is a valid substring, right? Now let's say if the value was 2, if k was 2, okay, if k was 2, so I have to check for 2 minus 2, that is 0. Now is there any 0 over here? There is no 0 over here. Now since there is no 0 over here, so we can say that 0 will be over here. So in that case we have to consider throughout this. Now if you look at it, the consideration is going to give us that in this whole thing, that is the smallest substring for which there are two consonants, right? Is this clear? Manan, is this clear? Okay, it's clear, right? Now since we have to optimize the whole thing, what we are doing, we are pre-computing this, that is this thing, and we have to check the count of every vowel, because now we are going to insert this condition, that is every vowel is present. So we are also pre-computing every vowel, okay, because it is only valid if all the vowels are also present in that thing, right? If all the vowels are also present. And then we are considering consecutive vowels. Why we are considering this? Because let's say a specific substring is valid, right? Now if I append some vowels before it, so these vowels are not going to harm, right? Because our main concern is every vowel is present at least once. So this may increase the count of vowels, but it is already present at least once. So these are not going to harm, and we are also considering that there should be k number of consonants. So basically, if you are adding these vowels, the number of consonants remains same. So adding any vowels in front of a valid substring is not going to harm us, right? So we can consider adding these vowels also. So just to consider these vowels also, we have to count the number of consecutive vowels. Why consecutive vowels? Because let's say there is a breaking point over here. Okay, there is a F and there is a O. So if this is valid, we can't take this, because F is a consonant, and the whole substring, the frequency of the consonant, it increases. But we have to fix it out. So we can't consider that. So we have to consider the consecutive number of vowels only, right? So that's the reason we take consecutive vowels. Now I think it's clear, right? Now I think it's clear with you guys. Is it clear, Manan? Okay, wait. Let me do one thing. Oops. This is the link, okay? Anyways, I forgot whether I have like enabled the live chat replay or not, okay? So if I have not enabled it, so it's really better, like if you're watching this right now, just paste it out. I mean, just copy it out, okay? Okay, so now let's see the code, okay? Now let's see the code, what we are going to do. The code is really complex, but if you get the whole gist of the thing, then it will be easier for you to understand the code, okay? See, I'm taking the answer, Then I'm taking vowel, which is of size n and 5. I told you this vowel is of size n and 5. Then I'm storing like the elements for vowel. Okay, I'm basically over here. I'm basically initializing the vowel things. Okay, I'm just initializing it with 0, nothing more than that. And then what I do is I'm going to check, like, if the first element is a vowel, then I'm going to increment it based on that. And this is simply the prefix thing only. Okay, v of I of j is equal to v of I minus 1 of j, and then increment it. This is what the prefix thing. I think you know this. This is very like basic. And then for the consonant, I am also doing the same thing. If the first if the first element is a consonant, then consonant of 0 is 1. Otherwise, it's 0. And then I'm taking the prefix, and then I'm checking if it's not if it's a consonant. If it's a consonant, then I'm just incrementing that thing. Okay, so I think it won't be visible. So basically, I'm just incrementing this. Okay, and then I'm also taking the consecutive vowels. I'm doing the same thing. M plus plus. I'm doing the same thing. Okay, so this is like done till over here. This is the pre-computing version. Okay, all this was the pre-computing version. Now comes the computing version. Okay, till over here it was the pre-computing version. Let me write it. Now the computing version. Okay, now what does the computing version look like? Look at it. Okay, we are starting from 4, right? This is very clear why we are starting from 4. Then we have to find out what is the required. In the first question you didn't use the variable n. I didn't use the variable n. Yeah, I didn't use it. It was not needed only. Okay. Yeah, you're right. You're right. It's like whenever you're coding, so it's better that you take everything, and then after you code it down, so you later realize that I didn't need it. This happens specifically when you're in contest. Okay. So this happens a lot. Very true. I know this. So required is equal to consecutive of I minus k. Okay. So I'm going to find out what is the required value. If the required value is lesser than 0, what does it mean? It means, let's say I have to find two consonants, k is 2, but till the ith position, there is only one consonant. So no matter how many positions I go back, the number of consonant will never be 2, right? So I can ignore those cases when it is lesser than 0, because I require something, right? Either I require nothing or something, but I am not in depth of something. Okay, I'm not in depth of something. Now, if k is equal to 0 and consecutive of this is equal minus this, what does it mean? That consecutive of I minus consecutive of I minus 1, it means that the specific element, it is a not consecutive, sorry, it's consonant. So what does it mean? It means that specific element is a consonant. Okay, this thing means that specific element is a consonant. So in spite of checking whether it's a consonant or not, I'm just going for I minus 1, I minus I minus 1, because that is going to give me the consonant, right? Because if you look at over here, if you look at this position, how can I say that this is a consonant? If this and this has a difference of 1, that means it's a consonant, right? So if this is a consonant, if the specific element is a consonant and k is equal to 0, what does that mean? That I don't need any consonant only, but that specific element is a consonant, so I don't need to consider that only, right? Let's say if the value of k is 0. Okay, let's say if the value of k is 0, and at a position I'm encountering a consonant. So no matter if I'm taking any starting point and I'm ending at that point, the number of consonant will be greater than equal to 1, because it's a consonant, right? We have to consider that. But if k is equal to 0, we don't need to consider that. So that's an exceptional case. I mean, not an exceptional case. I'm just optimizing it out. I'm just cutting off. Okay, because we need to optimize the code as much as possible. In this part also we could have optimized it. That is once we find that it is k, sorry, we could have optimized it using this. Okay, if c is greater than k, we could have breaked it out. In the previous one, we could have done that also. Okay, so this is a optimization. Now I'm going to go for the binary search. R is equal to I minus 1 and L is equal to 0. Is there any need of consecutive or any need? I told you, na, that is, if you want to check whether the specific element is a consonant or not, so I think you have to write more. So this in the first question, what you did for character Z, I mean, how did you transfer Z to A? Z to A, you didn't need to transform, man. You know why? Why don't you need to transform Z to A? See over here. Sorry. Uh, uh, See, it was given that you need to transform from ZB to ZBAC, but since you know that the value of K is 500, right? No, it is written. I get it. I get it. I have done, like, if you look at the last question, then I have done it. Okay, I have made it mod 26. So this is a valid thing. How you can convert it? Okay, 97 plus count mod 26. So this is a valid thing because if you're modding at 26 and then you're adding 97, 97 is basically the ASCII for A. Okay, 97 is the ASCII for A. But you, in the first question, you don't want to consider it. Why? Because it is 500, right? Now, since it is 500, so initially the value becomes 2. In 2, when the length of the thing is 2, it is going to be AB, right? When the length of it is 4, it is going to be, the maximum is going to be C. Now, if I log it out, okay, if I make 500 log base of 2, it is not 26, right? It is way lesser than 26. I hope so it's way lesser than 26. Let me just check in the calculator though. Log of 500, 8 point something. Yeah, it is 8.9. Like, it's not even 26. Okay, just think about it. So if it's 8, that means A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. Maximum answer that I am going to get is I. I don't need to consider Z only. Okay, so try to optimize these things. Okay, whenever you are working on some code, don't overstress yourself. Just look at the constants first. If K is more big, then need to think. Exactly. Because if you look at this, K was bigger. So in this case, it was 10 to the power 14. In this case, I had to do it. Because if you log it out, if you log 10 to the power 14 by log 2, just tell me, just anyone tell me what the value will be. If I log out, if I log 10 to the power 14 base of 2, just tell me. So I do have a calculator though. I have a calculator over here and I'm just asking you guys, okay. Can you tell me how to understand the constants? Let's do one thing. I'll just explain this C code and then I'll tell you how to understand the constants. Then I'll just go on to the D code, okay. So just 1 minute. So I'll just check for log of 10 to the power 14, right? That is 46. Okay, I don't know whether you guys can see it or not, and it will be also reversed. So it's 46.5069933333. That is more than 26. So in that case, we have to do it. Otherwise, we don't have to do it. Okay. Now, whenever we are performing the binary search, so while L is lesser than equal to R, then this is the normal binary search. Okay, this is normal binary search. No, I mean, if K is equal to 0, then why we need to check that current element is consonant or not? Yeah, because see, if K is equal to 0, it means that there won't be any consonant in the whole substring, right? So if the current element is a consonant only, then we can directly say that it's not a valid thing, right? Because we can't have any consonant only. You get it? K is the number of consonants, right? So if K is equal to 0 and the specific element is 0, so we don't need to consider that only. Is it clear? Soumya? Soumya, is it clear? I think it's clear. I think it's clear. Okay. Now this is normal binary search. You know this. It is very simple. After doing the binary search, since we are more focused on the last element that is satisfying it. So what is the last element? The last element is going to be R. So over here you can see that we are not taking any answer for the binary search. We are just normally doing the binary search. So the last element is going to be R. Now comes there are various conditions. Okay. If R is lesser than 0 and consonant of I is equal to K, what does that mean? When will R be lesser than 0? R will be lesser than 0 because, like, if you have traversed throughout the whole thing, okay, let's say you have traversed throughout the whole thing. Let's say now what color should I use? I'll just erase these things, okay. So it'll be better for you to understand. Let's say I am at 2, okay, and the value of K is not 1, it is 3. Okay, it can't be 3 though. Let's say it is 2. Now since it is 2, so 2 minus 2 is 0. So I have to find the I have to find the last condition where it is a 0 over here. Okay, but where is 0? 0 is over here. That is in minus 1th condition, minus 1th position, right? So in that case is this case, okay, that is the 0 case. If this is R is equal to minus 1, instead of taking it as R lesser than 0, you could have also done for R equal to minus 1. It makes same sense only. In that case, we can only consider it to be valid if the number of consonants till that ith position is K. Sorry, till that ith position is K. Because you have to consider the whole substring from the beginning to the end, right? So in that case, you can have this whole substring. You can only have this whole substring, nothing else. So we are going to just simply add 1 to it. Clear? Is this clear? So because the conditions are very huge, okay, and it may it will make you feel that what am I doing with my life, something like that. It will make you question your life though. There may be an optimized version of this also. I haven't checked it yet. So I don't know whether there's an optimized version of this or not. Okay, so I'm just considering that this is clear with you guys. Okay. Now see, if consonants of I minus so okay, so I just mentioned you the condition for this one. Else if R is greater than equal to 0, which means that there is a valid R before this. That is this condition. Okay. That is K is equal to 1 only. Okay. If K is equal to 1 only, then this condition is valid. Right. In that case, what we have to do first of all, we have to check whether that two specific positions are going to give me a valid thing or not. That is consonants of I minus consonants of R, it is equal to K. That means that is that specific substring has a value of, have K consonants over here, and the vowel, for all the vowels are present in the substring. That is vowel of I of 0 minus vowel of R0, vowel of I of 1 minus vowel of R1. So all of them are present. If all of them are present, then only we can say that the answer is going to be 1. Right? Answer is going to be 1. But remember what I told you guys earlier. After you find a valid thing, you have to find out for the previous element, from the previous element, how many elements were consecutive. Okay. So because we know that the previous element is R only, so I have to consider this 1 and consecutive vowels for R. Okay, so I am going to consider that position and the number of consecutive vowels before that. Is this part clear? Is this part clear? Tell me. Am I disconnected though? Because I don't see that people are responding that much. Okay, okay. Ajay, you said no for that I'm not disconnected, or you said no because it is not clear. So if it is clear, just write clear. Okay, just write clear. Then I'll move on to the next part. Clear. Okay, so presently we are 1.85 thousand subscriber. It's good for me because I was targeting 2k subscribers till the end of this year and targeting 1.8k subscriber till the end of this month. But in spite of having 1.8k, I got 50 more subscribers. So that is a kind of good achievement for me. So I'm 50 more than my target basically. Okay, so since this part is clear, now comes another condition, that is till the position that it is that we are done. So let's say if we are going to consider this and this, now we are going to aim for this condition. Okay, so when can we move over here? I just subscribe. Thanks man, thanks. So now I am going to move till over here. How many times do I need to move till over here? Till I get all the elements which are vowels, right? Till I get all the elements which are vowels. So how can I get all the elements which are vowels though? It's a very simple approach, you can do it. Okay, so you can, since you know the first position, based on that you can traverse throughout the whole thing. Okay, you can traverse throughout the whole array till you get all the vowels. Okay, the moment you get all the vowels, so remember one thing, so since if it is not a vowel, okay, if it is not a vowel, then you can break and make the set the flag as 1. And if at any position, if the number of vowels, I mean all the vowels are present, in that case also you can break with the flag of 1 for f1. Okay, now how does the condition feel like? The condition feels like if f is equal to 0 and f1 is equal to 1, that means there were no consonants and all the vowels are present in that range, then we can say it is going to be the maximum of 1 comma consecutive things of R. Why so? Because let's say we have reached till over here and then we have reached till over here, because we have reached over here. So we are going to consider either this element or the consecutive number of vowels from this element to this element, right? Consecutive number of vowels till this element, because this element we have to consider no matter what, right? Because that satisfies. Now what if it's not a vowel only? We don't know, na? So we have to have 1 ll for sure and CV of R. I think even without this 1 ll also it should work, but I'm not sure actually. Okay, okay, it works without this 1 ll also. So you're just going to focus on CV of R. Okay, you're going to focus on CV of R. Now else if R is lesser than 0, that means we have gone till the end. After traversing for the vowels, we have gone till the end. So remember one thing, once we go to the end, the answer is only plus 1. Okay, otherwise we don't have any other options, because till the end CV of R, because R is lesser than 0, right? So the CV of R is going to be 1 only. So basically that's 1. As I told you that whenever you encounter any position at -1, it means that it is going to contribute only one sub array. That is the whole thing, right? So is the code clear? Even if it's not clear, I think if you go through the code, it will be clear for you. Once again, I'm telling you that this is a code that I came up during the contest. There may be some other optimized code also. I don't know. Okay, it is clear, right? Okay, so Soumya, no, I think someone asked me about the const. Yeah, Vansh, can you tell me how to understand the constants? Now, see one thing. I feel dizzy if I will look this code. Yeah, okay. See, since I promised you that I'm going to explain you this thing. Okay. Now, see, if the constant is like 10 to the power 6 or even sometimes 7, then we can easily say that it's a big O n. Okay. If the constant is of 10 to the power 5, then it's big O n log n. How you are going to find it? I'll ask you, Ansh, if you have a calculator in front of you, just open your calculator and calculate the value of n log n for 10 to the power 5. So what is it? It is 16. Okay, it is 16.6, so let's say it's 17. Okay, now since it is 17, which gives us the opportunity that it's going to be this n log n is going to be 17 into 10 to the power 5. So this thing is well beyond within this range, right? It is of 10 to the power 6, right? It is going to be 1.7 into 10 to the power 6 only. So you have to do what? This can even be 5 also. Okay, this can even be 5 also. If it's 5, it becomes 20 basically. Okay, so that is 20 into 5, that is 100 into 10 to the power 5. So if you log 5 into 10 to the power 5, it becomes somewhat 100 into 10 to the power 5. That is 5, 6, 7, 10 to the power 7. That is this range. So if multiplying, if finding the value of this big O thing gives you a value between 10 to the power 6 to 10 to the power 7, so you can directly say one thing, that that is a valid thing. Now it may give you something less than this also. Okay, it may give you something less than this also. So if it's less than this, so you know that you don't need to optimize your code that much. You can go for something more. That is, if let's say if it is n factorial. Okay, let's say if it's n factorial, we have to code something which is of n factorial. What does it mean? It is basically some recursion type of thing. Okay, so what is the n factorial? So if you multiply till 5, till 7, till 8, you go on multiplying it. Okay, would you be rating? What would be the rating of today's C, which you explained on code courses? Rating of C, this question. It's 1.6k. Even if it's not 1.6k, it will be 1.5k, 1.4k for sure. Okay, it may be 1.6k plus also. I don't know. Like, I can't rate them now, because it may happen that when I am seeing someone else's approach, and then I find that okay, this was much easier than mine, right? It happens actually. So I won't rate it because I feel that this can be a little easier also. Okay, so if it's big O n factorial, in that case we can say directly that you can go on multiplying. Okay, so the moment you reach 8, it becomes 2 into 10 to the power 6. Okay, and the moment you reach 9, it becomes 2 into 10 to the power 7. And if you reach 10, it becomes 2 into 10 to the power 8. So basically, if the value of n, it is lesser than 10, so we can directly say that it can be big O n factorial. So that's it. Okay, so that's how you're going to find out the constants. So let's move on to the last code of today's LEETCODE contest. Okay, so if you are watching the pre-recorded version of this video, and if you're over here at the last code, I'll prefer you that you visit the first code that I've explained, this one. Okay, because if you don't understand that, you won't understand this also. Okay, and I won't be explaining the question again. Okay, so you know the question. 14 line. It's not even 14 lines because I have just commented this out now. I Now it is reduced, right? What the heck? What the heck? भैया एक बात और बता दो. I am able to solve only A and B in every lead code. Should I even try to solve D after contest? Yes, C try. See, one thing that happens, I don't know whether this happens with everyone or not. Sometimes the D problem, that is the fourth problem, it may feel that it is easier. Okay, it may feel it is easier. Like if you look at this code, this is obviously easier, right? It is obvious. I thought मेरा internet चला गया. No, no, no. I had a disconnection from my side. Now I'm perfectly visible and audible, right? Yeah, now I think I'm perfectly visible and audible. Now see, so there is a slight modification in this question though. That is, Alice and Bob are playing a game. Initially, Alice has everything is same. Okay. Apart from the fact that if operations of I is equal to 0, then append just a copy to itself, and if it is 1, then do the operation that we were doing in the previous thing. Okay. By changing each character of it into that. So using just this thing, can you tell me like how many operation do I get the kth element? We can go for it, right? We can tell it directly. How to tell it? Log base of 2 minus 1, obviously minus 1 because the length of that is already 1 only, right? So what does that mean? Let's say initially the length of the string is a, that is 1. Okay, it is 1. Then it becomes 2. Then it becomes 4. Then it becomes 8. Then 16. So if you log them, then it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? Clear. Now, if you want the first element, how many times do you need to perform that operation? If it's the first element, we can have the value of I as log 2 of k minus 1. Okay, exactly 0. But let's say if I want the second element, then also it's easy, right? But if I want the third element, then it will be two operations, right? So what is log of 3? It is going to be 1, right? Log of 3 is going to be 1. And then you subtract 1 from it. Okay, now count is equal to 0. Count is basically somewhat our answer only. Okay, what is the whatever is the last element, that is the count only. I mean, whatever is the kth element, that is the count only. Now what we do, now we are going till k is greater than 1. Okay, till k is greater than 1, we are going to find out. Okay, till k is greater than 1, we have to find out. Okay, now if k भाई पीटर नेम की आईडी है ना, हाँ 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 वही वाला है मेरा, पीटर ग्रिफिन कोड्स, उस नाम से. Anyways, we are like 1.85 subscribers only. Why so? Subscribe my channel. Subscribe my channel, okay? Let's make it 1.9k. Okay, let's make it 1.9k. Today is 29th September. Let's make it 1.9k by 2nd of October. Can we make it 1.9k by 2nd of October? Let's see. Now see, what we are going to do is we have to find whether k is greater than power of 2 of I 2 comma I or not. What does that mean? That if this value is greater than this or not. If this is greater than this, that means it will be coming after this. If the value is greater than this, it will be coming after this. Right? So based on that, we can find out what is going to come after that. Okay. And if it is not, then I am going to make I minus equal to 1. What is I minus equal to 1? It is going to tell me what is the power of I. Right? It is going to tell me what is the power of I. I'm not sure, but I'll just go and check without minus 1 also. Just once. Just wait once, okay? Okay, even without minus 1 it works. Okay, so I was having a mistake. Okay, so you don't need this minus 1. I don't know what I thought during coding this, but yeah, you don't need this minus 1 only. So count is equal to 0. So while k is greater than 1, so you have to find if k is greater than power of 2 of I. That means it is going to be present in the next position. Okay. Now, if it is present in the next position, if it's not present in the next position, so we have to make I minus equal to 1. Okay, we have to go on subtracting I. That is, you have to go on checking for the previous group or not, whether it is there in the previous group or not, whether there is in the previous group or not. Let's make it like this. Let's say in spite of having this ceil of log 2 of k, we had, what was the range? It was 10 to the power 14, right? So it was 56 we calculated, right? Let's say we had 60. Okay, let's submit it with 60. You can see one thing, that it gets accepted. Okay, this C, if it is 60, it gets accepted because we are going to consider the maximum value of the log thing. Okay, and one by one we are going to come back. Let's say we are going to consider whether it is present in this group or not. If not, then we are going to check for this. If not, then we are going to check for this. Okay, so that is what we are doing over here. If operations of I is equal to 1, count plus equal to 1, k minus equal to power of 2 comma I. What does this mean? Operation of I means that till that position, okay, since we have to consider that, so till that position how many operations were used. So if it is 1, it means from A now it is going to be B, right? If it was initially a, now that is going to be B. If that was a C, that is going to be D. Okay, if the operation is 1, what does that mean? Let's say I am having 1, the operations were 1, 0, 1. So if I am performing all the operations till over here, it means if it was initially A, now it is 1 plus 1, that is BC. Now A becomes written as C. Okay, so that's what I have done. So count plus is equal to 1. Okay, and k minus equal to power of 2 comma I, because we have implemented that. So now we have to reduce k also, because we are reducing k also, we are reducing I also. Okay, so basically till we get that, after that we are just doing the same thing again and again. You could have also done it like this, that is, if it is so, then break out and then you do the while loop. Okay, you do while dot 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 whatever it is. Okay, you could have done it like that also. It works the same way. So is this code clear with you guys? This was much easier, I think, than the third one. Is this code clear with you guys? If this code is clear, then I'll move on by rating the problems. Okay, I'll move on to rate the problems. Let's rate the problems. What do you think that what do you guys think that A should be rated? Tell me. Exactly. A was easy. A was easy. B was also easy. According to me, B was easy. But if you guys tell that it's, I won't give it. I won't give B a rating of medium. Okay. I can either give a rating of B over here or over here. Now you guys tell me what should I give? Should I put it over here or here? Easy or a little bit harder than easy? What do you guys think? Easy to medium. Okay. It was easy to medium in that range only. C was in this range. Not impossible, but from impossible to hard. And D was like, let's say it was between hard and medium. Okay. Are you guys happy with the rating? I'm able to solve till division 2B on 4th courses. See, if you give me a question from 1400 to 1600 now, I may like do it. I will be doing it and I will be like very much easy with it. But even I sometimes struggle with the third question of 4th courses. Okay, of division 2 I'm talking. Sometimes even I struggle with it. So it's like I can't tell you that you have to practice from 1400 to 1600 because like yeah, there are people who tell that yeah, you can practice from 1400 to 1600 and you will get it. Okay. But what happens is you can try practicing questions in that range. Okay. You can try practicing questions in that range, but what to say? Like if you like sometimes it is all about clicking. Okay, sometimes logic clicks and sometimes it doesn't click. So that's it, nothing like you can do all the questions consistently. Okay, so it is not like that. Okay, sometimes I can't do all the four codes of lead code also. So in that case I just take the help of editorials and it's okay to not be up to the mark. It's okay, you have to normalize that. Okay, it's okay, I do two questions, it's okay, I'll try doing the third question, I'll try solving the third question and then I'll do it. Okay, you can try solving the third question of every contest of division 2, right? You can do that. Guys, wait for a minute. Okay, I'll just put the this thing off, display off. Okay, just wait. Is my display off though? Because I'm going to enter like password, so yeah, my display should be off. Like password. Yeah, my display is off. Anyways, guys, tell me what should I do? Okay, should I? You can see it. You can see it now. Can you see it now also? I don't think you can see it right now. No, no. What I mean by display is that the remaining screen. You can see me, right? Are you seeing the remaining screen also? Okay, just kidding. Okay, okay. No, it's okay now. Right now, it's okay. I have done it. Okay. So, what do you guys want me to do? Solve today's lead code POTD or play chess? What should I do first? Okay, tell me. It's hard. I was just thinking that I am going to solve the lead code POTD, but it's so hard. Design a data to store string POTD. Strings counts with the ability to return the string with minimum and maximum counts. Return the string with minimum and maximum counts. Store the strings count. What is count though? The object of data structure. Increments the count of the string key by 1 if key does not exist in the data structure. Insert it with count 1. Acha. Decrement the count of key, string key by 1 if the count of key is 0. After decrementing, remove it from the data structure to guarantee the key exists. Okay. Maximum count. If no element exists, return an empty string. So I am first of all incrementing it with hello. Then I'm again incrementing hello. Then I'm getting the maximum key, which is going to be hello only, right? Yeah. Then I'm getting the minimum key, which is also hello. Right, yeah. Then I'm incrementing with get max key. And now the minimum key will be, oh sorry. Now incrementing with leet. Now the maximum key will be hello, but the minimum key will be leet. Hmm. Any tips for improving thinking for solving constructive algorithms questions on board courses? Practice. Best step. No one is going to give this step. Practice. Now see, if you're talking about this question, what I feel is that since the length of key is lesser than equal to 10, so is it of any help to me? Because I am calling it maximum 5 into 10 to the power 4 times, which makes it big O n log n. Now if key dot length is lesser than equal to 10, I can hash it out though. This is a very good problem. Like I am thinking about what should be my data structure also. Okay. I think from here I think I can use a multi-set. Okay. I can use a multi-set over here, but I am not sure whether I can find the maximum frequency. Maximum frequency. of multi-set or not. I know how to find the minimum and maximum element, but I am more concerned about the frequency of that element. Or rather, what I can do is I can have two arrays, I mean two maps. Uh, since the number of calls are from 10 till 10 to the power 5 only, so the maximum frequency can be 10 to the power 5 only, right? So I'll just remove this things. So it will be 10 to the power 5 only, right? Each function must run in big O 1 average. Oh, I have to do it in big O 1 average test time complexity. How to do it in big O 1? Like, because insertion should take more than big O 1, na? Though this is like average time complexity, but if I'm talking about big O1, map is the key, I think. See, map is the key, okay. But it depends on what are you going to do. What do I mean by what you're going to do? It's, let's say I'm having it like this. Okay. Let's say I'm having something like this. Let's say I'm having an array, I mean having a string A, then B, then B. Right? Now if I'm having a map, so map of A is going to be 2 and map of B is going to be 2 as well. Right? Now when I reach this, one second, wait a second. I forgot that why I was thinking that map is not the solution. I think map is not a solution because of some collisions, but I am like not getting it, like whether there will be some collisions or not. Because if there's collisions, map doesn't work that good. Okay. Okay. So what I mean is, why is map not a solution? Okay, now I get it. So let's say it is A. So now both of them are 2. Now if we go for the maximum key, then it will be A, and if we go for the minimum key, it will also be A. Like, undoubtedly. Now if I remove a B, okay, now this becomes 1, right? Now when I'm talking about the maximum key is A, but the minimum key is going to be B, right? But how can we say that's B? Because in that case we have to traverse, right? We have to traverse through the whole thing. You may tell that we are hashing the whole thing, like as we were doing yesterday. We were hashing the whole thing and then checking for the map. So basically it is like we can't do it in big O1, what I feel. Big O1 won't be a good thing for us. But since it is telling us that it has to be big O1 average time complexity, so we can afford to do something like that. But for every possible situation, I have to find the minimum and maximum. Na? How to remove element not at top from priority queue. Exactly. This is what I want. Can be customized through inheritance. It has protected members C and computer to be computer comp. Okay. This is so more of pain in the ass. So it shows me that yeah, I can remove it, but I don't know how much I need to do to remove it. But it is given for Java, so I'll just prefer going to shifting to Java only. Okay. So let's do it. Okay. Public. Okay, I have forgotten this thing for priority queue. How to initialize for priority queue I've forgotten. I haven't been doing Java for a long time. So I'll give this a size of, I think I can give a size, right? To the priority queue. Anyways, I will consider not giving it, not giving a size. Now what we do is, we also need a map. We also need a map though. Hash map. I don't know whether hash map works in big O N or not. Anyways, I'll just go with hash map only. Hash map. It's going to be string, comma, integer, map. It doesn't need any initialization. Okay. No, it needs initialization. I forgot, man. I'm just forgetting the Java stuff. Okay, because I haven't been doing Java for a long time. So when I'm incrementing something over here, so I'm going to find the value of map.find, I guess. Uh, map.put map.get and map.contains key. Okay, map.contains key, map.get, map.put. So increment will be if map.contains key of key. If key is there, in that case, map.put key comma map.get key plus 1. Okay, but before doing this, I have to remove something from the queue also, right? So q.add and q.remove. Oh, that is simple, I think. So q.remove this value and q.add this value plus 1. Basically, we are just adding 1 to it. Okay. So this is what we do. Otherwise, if it's not so, then q. One second. Do we inside the queue we don't put string, right? We put integers. Otherwise, q dot add 1 and map dot put key comma 1. Decrement, how to do decrement though? Decrement was given. Okay, it is guaranteed that key is there in the data structure before decrement. So that's easy for us. It's similar to increment only. So if it is there, it is always there. It is guaranteed, right? It is guaranteed that it's always there. So we don't need to do this else also. So it is going to be map dot key and key minus 1, and this is also going to be minus 1, right? Now if we want the maximum key, we are going to find the top, right? Q dot top. I don't know whether it's Q dot top or not. To return map of map dot get Q dot top. And the minimum, okay, I need 2 Qs. Okay, I don't need 2 Qs. Do you get what I'm doing? You guys get what I'm doing? If it doesn't work, I'll just go through the editorial. Like I'm too tired to do this thing, man. Map dot get Q dot top minus 1 into Q dot top. Now I don't know whether it's called Q dot top or not. Okay. Get top element in priority queue Java. Okay, it's called peak. It's not top. Okay, it's called peak. If there was a dot bottom, one Q was enough. Yeah, there, but there isn't. There isn't one. Okay, so it tells incompatible type. Priority queue string cannot be converted. Okay, I made it string. Okay, sorry. It would be integer. Integer cannot be converted to string because I am going for map.get. map.get in line 39. Okay, so this is Java 8. No, I'll just do Java 8. Rather, I'll just ask ChatGPT. Inspired of getting the corresponding value of key I want to get one key corresponding to the value. Let's see. Okay, so this is it. Right. This is the function. I don't know whether it will work or not, but yeah, I'll give it a try. So that is get key by value. Get key by value. Right. Get key by value. Okay, so it becomes null 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 hello null null leet leet. So hello doesn't get incremented. Basically, the increment function is not working that good. In Q, I think you stored only frequencies maybe. Yeah, I see. I'm storing only frequencies. There's a reason behind it. It is like, yeah, I could have stored something else also, no? Yeah, I could have stored something else also. But now I'm too tired to get it. Okay, I get it. I get it. Now I get the whole thing. Okay, I get the whole thing. Not a hard problem. Not a hard problem. Easy, easy. But what I did is, instead of doing this, I made a mistake over here. Okay, how to store a pair in priority queue. You're talking about this, now this pair thing. I should have used a pair in the priority queue only. You're right. Instead of using that, I should have used a pair. Right. In that case, I wouldn't be needing a map only. है ना? Yes, but can you just tell me whether like it's 11:27? I'll end the stream by 12 also. After end the stream by 12. So I'll just try modifying this. If it doesn't work, then I'll go to that. Okay. Maximum key is going to be okay. It is going to be this, and I think I messed it up. This is going to be this, and this is going to be this, right? The return value can't be null. It has to be null, right? Acha, if it is no, if it is null, then okay, yeah, right. So I'll just move it over here, okay? So let's say in spite of having this, I'm going to have a string of answer is equal to this, or rather, this if it is null, looks like we did it. We did it, but could be optimized. Okay, so that is what I feel is like. Yeah, I can optimize this, but I am too tired to optimize this. I think it won't be successful. Okay, I think it won't be successful. So I'll use this test case only. Okay, runtime error because the return value of priority queue dot peak is null. Okay, I get it. Now I get it. Okay, I get it now. If this is null, is equal to null, then you're going to return just simply the thing. Okay, so I'm thinking that this will work. Wrong answer. Why is the wrong answer though? Is the correct answer only. Okay, now that is null. I think it's going to be TLE. Okay, it gave me a wrong answer. Null, 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 B, null, C, A. So I'm going to insert A, B, 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 C, 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 B, B, right? I think I'm getting the minimum in case of the maximum and maximum in case of the minimum, no? I'm doing the opposite thing, I guess. Nope, I was doing the right thing only. Over here, I need the, okay, I'm decreasing it. I think you have returned q dot pick for maximum and q dot pick for minimum. Yeah, but it doesn't matter, like that, it doesn't matter. So I think I have overlooked something in the decreasing part of it, which I shouldn't be overlooking. So I get -1 into map.get key, and map.get key -1, map.put key, map.get key -1. Let's do one thing. Let's go for pairs only. Okay, we are going to use priority queue with pairs only. And if I can't do this, I'll look into the editorial straight away. So it's going to be integer comma string, I think. What is it dependent on? Is it dependent on the next element or the previous element? It is dependent on, like if I'm going for L dot pool, the output I'm looking is for 90 because 1 is the smallest. It is fine even if the value is used to the right and the key is returned, because I have swap the values. I can, yeah, get it. So I have to focus on the first element. So first element is the key. Based on that, we are going to return it, right? So I think I made a mistake. It will be string comma integer, and this becomes q. increment will be basically the fact that I have to remove the element that is key. So string k is equal to removing the element that is key. Let's say key. So if q is not there, I mean key is not there in the queue only. I think map was needed. Maybe not this, but the other one was needed. I guess. It was string comma integer, no? String comma integer. I think map was needed. The operation of map is being the same only. In that case, I'm going to remove map.get key and add key comma this thing. Remove key comma this. Hash my spelling. Yeah. Sorry. Key comma this, and this is also the same thing. The remaining things are okay. It's going to be key comma 1 and key comma -1. Right? You guys can tell me if I'm doing anything wrong, okay? It goes with first and second, na, for pairs. It's not a statement. Q.remove is not a statement. उल्टा होगा. अच्छा उल्टा होगा तो होगा भाई. पहले हमको ये करने दो. बस हो जाए. कंपाइल ही नहीं हो रहा तो ये. Let's do one thing. I'll ask Gemini. आज मतलब एकदम जीपीटी का फुल पावर में जीपीटी यूज करेंगे भाई. Chat. Simply, bro, correct this code. Nothing more than that. Correct this code. Okay, so he has something for me. Okay, you have to make it like pair. Okay, I get it. Now I get it. You have to make it like pair. Do not find symbol. What the heck is this, Gemini? What the heck is it, Gemini? Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. It's not Gemini, it's Gemini. I know. Okay, create a custom. Acha, acha, acha. He asked me to create a custom pair. It's a public class pair. No, I want the whole code, man. I want the whole code. I want the whole code. I'm too tired. I've been doing a lead code contest, man. Why can't you understand this? Did he change it though? I don't think he changed it. But still, I just give it a try. Give the full corrected code. So basically, this is how you use Gemini. Okay, you don't use it to like you just give him the question and you like go for it. It's like whenever you're tired, you use it. Okay, otherwise you don't use it. Simple. Huh? 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 Hard question, huh? What do you mean by hard question, huh? Did it, man? Did it? That's how we do it. Okay, maybe it took a lot of time. Obviously, it took a lot of time, but I did it. And the fact is that I have used whatever I was using only, nothing more than that. So yeah, done. I'm taking a priority queue, min queue, max queue, then count map, all one. कोड मिलेगा हाँ श्योर मिलेगा भाई श्योर मिलेगा एक काम करो मैं तुमको ये दे ना सबमिशन नहीं yeah 1 second there were only 19 test cases for this dude only 19 test cases for this anyways take this yeah this is the link just copy it okay because I don't remember whether I have like initiated the live chat replay wala thing or not okay just so that you can just copy it exactly there were 10 keys and it is like okay it's okay that's good but my code is not that optimized I can say one thing for sure okay my code is not that optimized you can optimize it more but anyways we have done it okay we have done a hard question live what more do you need use circular doubly linked list big O and average easy solution what the heck is this he's using one map count and other map frequency okay, I feel that this is a much easier code though Oh no. Code is too long. I'll go with the C++ thing. Okay, what you did. I'll just give it a try, right? Because since I have done it. Aditya, you want to play chess right now? Yeah, I can. Just one round only though. I want to check like how much optimized it is. This approach. It is not that optimized. Okay, so it took 95 milliseconds and my one took like, but it is good. Too much of lead code for today. Okay, I will be doing today's. There's a code forces contest right today. I think. How to send request. Okay, we were doing in Java also, na? That is also a thing. Yeah, that is also a thing. We are doing in Java, right? Aditya, okay, Aditya is online. What I feel is that my stream, like when I'm streaming, it should be more of fun, right? It should be more of fun than like normal coding and stuff. I don't know why it's. Is anything wrong with my internet though? Nope. So I think something is wrong with courtship. Chess's official server. I think something is wrong. Yeah, now it's okay. Play a friend. Aditya, 5 minutes. Yeah. Okay, you sent me, na? I think you sent me. Aditya accepted it. Okay, so I have sent you. Okay. Um, you did that so that your queen is not attacked, right? Good. But if I do this, you'll just eat it. Yeah, it's okay. Just eat it up. I think I'm still at an advantage. Hmm, that's nice. Hmm. So the moment you remove this, so it becomes like that. Okay, get it. So is there any check out there? No, there is no check out there. So if you move this, so you'll be just attacking my queen, right? Okay. One second, why did I do that though? Uh, Forgot why did I do that though. Hmm. Okay. I'm too short of time, I guess. That was nice one. But was there any other step to get out from this? Was there any other step to get, like I was over here, you were over here? Oh yeah, there was a step, man. I should have gone for this. I didn't see it. Okay, leave it. This was too, like, I didn't take it. Okay, so that's it from my side, guys. Meet you today, tonight actually. Tonight there is this Code Forces thing. Okay, nice game. Yeah, GG. So meet you today, tonight. I mean not today, tonight. Uh, After Code Forces contest. So I think it will be ending at. Let me check. Okay, just wait. I won't be streaming the GFG contest, but I will be giving it though. It's ending at 23:05. Okay, 23:05, which means 11:05. So I'll be like coming live at around 11:05. Okay. So that's it from my side. Thank you guys. Radhe Radhe.